I know it's been a while, but my printer situation has been solved, so now we can go ahead and work on our Home Sweet Home series. Welcome, it's Winnie from BellaSunshyn. I think for this episode, I am going to try to tackle the month of April and the month of May. Let me go ahead and show you what freebies we have for the month of April. We have a couple of different sizes of carrots. I have the month of April, some carnations, a Chinese zodiac for the year of the rabbit. She also has these different color rabbit, but I added some background to it, and I have them printed out in different sizes. We have the walls. We also have the roof, and as you can see, they are shaped as egg. And I also printed a different color. I believe I'm going to use this as a pocket. I also printed out a couple of eggs roof with different colors. She has a couple of pockets, and I think I'm gonna use that. It's been a while that I don't remember what my plan were to decorate the pages. But here are some of her note cards that you can use as a note card or make a tag out of. She also has these file folder that you can also use as pockets. And this particular back of the file, I did make it into a bigger size and changed the color into a blue or a green. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use for inside the house. This is not part of the Home Sweet Home freebies, but she did have this in her Facebook group as a freebie for Easter. She has these character bunnies and also this teacup bunnies. They're extremely adorable, and I have these two enlarged, and I think I was going to use them for something. I also have a note jar, another note card, and a faux seed envelope that you buy your seeds in a packet. So I made one, and I believe that is all the freebies that I'm going to be using for the month of April. Here's our accordion style journal, and we are working on April, so this is the back of March. And just a quick tutorial on how to place our wall. If I remember correctly, what we want to do is we don't want to cut this off. We want to add this onto our page so it can get some bulkiness on the roof, because right now our journal is slanting down because I think all the weight and the bulkiness is on the bottom because of pockets, and so we need to kind of add stuff to the roof to kind of balance it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to keep as much as possible, and the way to do this is, remember, we want to go ahead and line this up as close as we can like this without gluing anything, because we need to be able to fold this. So what I normally do is I normally use my weight to put in here, but this time my husband took me to antique and thrift store shopping for our anniversary, and he actually found this iron, which is called a sad iron. It's a heavy duty cast iron, and now it doesn't glare on the video, unlike the one I used to use. It glares. And so I thought this was kind of fun. It's a little bit big, but that's okay, I'll manage. So all we're doing is going to help our page to fold to where we need to cut it. We don't want to glue it and cut it because we can end up cutting the wrong thing. So we're just gonna fold this. And then I'm just gonna rip this page. Then what we want to do is we want to go ahead and ink this and make sure your pages here too is inked. So I have mine ink, and we know we need to cut off a little bit of this. So here's our template. And if you can see our template, when you place it on your journal, that's the right side. If you do it the opposite side, you know it's going to be wrong because it's going to show a lot. So with this one, to know where to cut it, we have to turn it this way and aligned our page. I'm going to use some clip here. And if we turn it on the other side, we know to cut that much. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Okay, so now I have it aligned to my page, and I am not going to be gluing on this side. So I am going to put glue here and on the roof. Okay, and you can also put glue right across on the roof here. I'm just going to be using my art glitter glue to glue our page, our wall. There it is. Our wall on this one is done. And you can see a little white part of it, which I think it might be covered once we put the roof. So let's go ahead and put the roof. To place the roof, remember to always ink the bottom of your roof. And you need your template to line up, because your template is going to help you guide to make your roof all kind of consistent, or not consistent, even. Let me see, I think we have a better example in January. So here's the January and here's the February. You can see that it's pretty close to the same side. So you need the template, because on the roof, you can't just put this on the tip like this. It's not gonna cover the whole thing. But if you use your template as your guide, as your ruler, then you know where to go ahead and glue it. So what I would do is I would put the glue on my actual journal right over here and then over here, keeping this unglued for now in case we need to go ahead and insert something. And then you place your roof onto there and it's going to be glued. And once you have that glue, what you're going to do is flip it over and then just cut the white part that you see. I have my roof all glued except at the bottom. I also did the back of April. And as you can see, I overlapped on the right side of the page. So when you do the inside of the home, you want to do the same thing. I think I'm going to use the green one. So when I overlap, I want to be overlap this way, not this way. You want to be consistent because it's going to balance our book, especially when we're working on the July and December. So for this page, I am going to cut this white piece off and this white piece off. And then remember, we're going to line it up, fold this, cut it to shape. The same thing with this one. I'm cutting off this side and this side, and we're doing the same thing. And use your template. And I'm going to go ahead and glue it and have it all ready. I have my pages ready. The inside of the house is all glued. Now all I need to do is go ahead and decorate my pages. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But some of my item I already backed it up with something. Like, I know this is going to be a pocket, so I just doubled it up for strength with a book page. I did the same thing on some of the note cards, so even with this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and decorate my page, and I'll show you guys what I have after I'm done. While I am waiting for some stuff to dry for my decorations for April, let me go ahead and show you the freebies for the month of May. Caroline has been generous with her freebies. She actually has 5 pages along with the walls. We also have the roof. We have some flowers. I have different sizes and changed up the color a little bit. We have some butterflies that I also changed the color to. Happy Mother's Day. The month of May. I have a tag that I just added the May writing and Happy Mother's Day. Some tags. Here is one of the full pages that she has, and this is the second, and then the third. And I am also going to be using this one for the inside of the house, or maybe this one for the inside of the house. I'm not sure yet. Along with that, she also gave us a freebie for Mother's Day cards, and I have these 3 that I picked that I liked, that I thought I would make into a note card. And the backing on this is actually the freebie she has, which is this teacup, and I just changed it into pink. So that is the freebies. And while I am waiting for my stuff to dry, I am going to go ahead and put the roof and the wall into our May page. And maybe I'm going to go ahead and pick which one I'm going to use for the inside and also have that done. I wanted to show you guys the difference for the month of May. I changed the size of my wall. It used to be 9.5 is the length I had. I blew up her house. So instead of doing the 9.5, I just did 9.12, and then the width is still 6.5. So as you can see, that kind of eliminates me from having to cut the roof like what we did for April. So just in case you all are doing the same thing as I am, your measurement now for the new wall needs to be 9.12 is the height, and then the width is 6.5. I finished adding my walls and my roof to the month of May. And I realize I have extra on my pages. I'm not sure what happened. So if this is the last of May, we're supposed to have June here, and then we have June, and then another June. And this is supposed to be the back of the back cover, but I still have this extra. So to remedy that, we need to go ahead and take some out. So what I ended up doing is I went ahead and labeled my pages so I know I definitely have enough. And I went 3 times to make sure that I am not gonna cut too much. So if this is the back, when you flip this over, you're supposed to have the back front cover. So which means this is extra, which is about 2 pages of the folded paper we had. So if these are extra, this is the back cover, then you're gonna have another back cover, and then you're gonna start with July here, then you have the July, August, and so forth. As you can see, I numbered. There's September, then we get into October to November, and then we have December. And when we get to December, this is the inside the house, December, the outside of December, and this is the back front cover. So when we flip this over, we should see the front cover of our journal, which is this. So now we would be in the right spot. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the extra, and I'm gonna go ahead and decorate both April and May, and when I'm done decorating all the pages, we will do a flip through. I've been ill for about a week, and I just recently finished the month of April and May for our Home Sweet Home series, so I wanted to go ahead and show you guys the decorated pages. Here is the beginning of April. I just added my faux envelope, used a tiny little paper clip, and just added some note cards in the jar in there. And this is the decoration I have for inside, and this is one of the freebies she has. And for this tree here, I did use my matte medium because it's such an intricate piece, and it actually stays on pretty good. It's not sticky at all, it's not shiny, and it's glued there pretty good. And here's a pocket, just added the note card. And I also added, I used this, I actually like the look of these, I guess these tabs. So this is for April, and I just added some of the leftover I had that I didn't use. And then this is for the end of April, and this flips open like this. And this is actually like a small little belly band on there, like this. And with this one, as you guys can see, let me see if you guys can see better. You can see the same decoration. This one, the teacup is hiding. And all I did was flipped her digital, so that way you can glue them together and they would align perfectly. And this is the beginning of my May. And all I did with this one, I just used some plastic thing that I have. I did use the fabric, what is it, Fabri-Tac. I try to use art glitter glue on plastic, and it does not work. It didn't dry. So if you're gonna do something like this, go ahead and use the Fabri-Tac. I know that one worked, and I tried to rip it open and it wouldn't. So I know it stays on there pretty good. And this is the cup she had, and I just added some of my extra and maybe some journaling section here. And this was just a scrapbook paper that I have. I might end up putting something in here, I'm not sure yet, but for now I like the look of this. And this one, this is an actual pocket over here, and over here is the pocket, and that one stays in there. And I try to make May really simple. I just did this gorgeous flower she had, that was for a freebie, and added this journaling card. And that is it for the month of May. I think for the next one we'll maybe do June and July. I'm not sure, I'm kind of behind on a lot of stuff, and I know her June is gonna come up, so I might wait till she gets July up and maybe do those 2 months. Again, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, happy crafting.